So today's video is going to be about the Antec Prizm fans. So these have got 5 in them, and it's also got a control box, and it's a 5-volt connector. So what you do is you can connect it straight into the motherboard, as long as you've got a 5-volt connector, which I'm going to do in a minute. But we're going to talk a little bit more about these fans. So these fans are 2000 RPM speed, and they're dual addressable RGB. So that means that you've got addressable RGB on the back, addressable RGB on the front. So I could just say just RGB, but addressable RGB means that you can pick individual LEDs and then you can create different effects with those addressable RGBs that are connected to the motherboard via software. Nice static pressure fans. They should be all right for radiators and stuff, but I'll probably check that out in another video, because normally when you get fans, they all got, they're different manufacturers, you get different blades and different scenarios of how they eject cool air and exhaust hot air out of like fins and stuff like that, or in a case, how far the rotations per minute and how it just works with like not losing too much air, so it's fluffering everywhere, but it's going kind of in a direct manner, and then it gets bigger as it goes through in a circle cyclone manner. So these are 5-volt connectors on the side there. So each fan that you get in this box has a 5-volt connection and not 12-volt, and also does have a 4-pin PWM connector to go straight into the motherboard itself. I like the way the fans are nice and curved in. It's trying to get quite a big swoop of air in, and it should run fairly quietly. And I like the stealth. It's quite stealthy looking, to be honest with you. But anyway, that's a few of these fans. So I'm just going to like set them all up and then get it going. It does work with MSI, MSI, ASRock, Gigabyte, and Asus. No problems at all, because it can sync straight to the motherboard, so you can use their software, whether it's Gigabyte, Asus, ASRock, or whatever, you can use their software. Now we've got a little 5-volt connector here. This is the one for the Gigabyte connector there, as it says Gigabyte only. So they set you up, here you go, Gigabyte. And then we've got a 5-volt connector and a connector that goes into the box, and a PWM fan. So this box should technically control all the fans all together. So it's 5 fans, addressable RGBs on there. So you've got 5 PWM fans there, 1 to 5, and 5-volt connectors. So 5 5-volt connectors. Then you can connect then you can control LED speed like on here. And you've got different modes as well, but technically I don't use these because these will be inside the back of the case, hidden away. And then you've got all the connectors to connect them up, and then a SATA connector, power connector button. If you don't have addressable RGB, you can connect it with that, and then obviously control it by these. But I'm going to be controlling it from the software. And you've got all the instructions here. Let's see if they're pretty self-explanatory, pretty quick. It's in a few different languages. That's cool. And this is kind of what you get, and then you get like this Velcro and sticky pads. So you stick one on the back of your case, and you stick one to the back of the box, and then you can have it connected together. Cables, let's see how long the cable is. So the PWM cable is probably about, I'd say about 40-50 centimeters in length. They're flat ribbon cables, so it's not too bad. So all I'm going to do is just control this to one box. You can connect these up separately, but on a motherboard you normally only have a few connectors. If you go for the top tier motherboards, you might have a 12-volt connector and probably 3 5-volt connectors, and something else like will be connecting into Asus primary partnered connector and stuff like that. But we've just got an MSI motherboard. I don't even know what motherboard this even is. But I'll leave it in the links and description down below, so you can have a look if you want to purchase anything that you've seen in this video. Let's see how good these fans are. Right, so give me a sec. I'm just going to plug all these in, and then we'll get it running for the software. Right, I wish Antec had a little bit more clearer instructions. The instructions don't explain how you can obviously transfer this addressable RGB onto the motherboard so you can switch from both. But it does state that you can use a reset cable, which is the front of the I/O case, that you connect up your motherboard so you can turn it on and off and reset it if you choose to do so. So what it is that you can get a reset cable and you can plug the 2-pin into the top here, and then you can control the RGBs by flicking the buttons. And if you want to take your case side panel off all the time, then you can just use this box and control it there. And I'm not doing that. Obviously I've got addressable RGBs, so it's right here if you didn't see it. Right there, reset cable goes in there. So instead of having it on the motherboard, and if you don't use a reset cable, who even uses reset cable? Anyway, it's 2019, this is 2020, I've gone too far in the future. You connect this to the box and you can control it at the front of here with just you connecting by pressing the reset button. But I've got all the connections all connected up, so 5 PWMs, 5 5-volt connectors, one going into the motherboard, which is a 5-volt connector, which is the J Rainbow 1 on the MS side. Don't know what this motherboard is, I think it's a Gaming Pro AC. And then the other cable is connected to the PWM on the motherboard. And then I'm like, right, I'm gonna like literally go through the software and get it working. I couldn't, so I was looking at it for ages, thinking it's faulty, and it's not faulty, it's just it's not in instructions. So if you hold down the mode button on this box here, after you got to connect the SATA connect power cable to from the obviously power source to the box, or you won't have any fans running or any RGBs. You got to hold this button here to get addressable RGBs. So if I hold it down now, you can see that this is actually controlled by this box now, and I can just flick through and go through all the colours and all the things that it can do. So obviously you've seen loads of my videos on me on RGB lights. It does do quite a lot, so I'll just give you like a quick demonstration. So that's kind of rainbow like feature through the colours, but this is all going through the Antec box. Oh, lovely. And as you can see, this is what the back looks like, and the back looks blended just like the front, so it's definitely worth it. I think, what did you say it was? £61 and 75 US dollars, isn't it? Yeah, so that's not bad. So you can do all this stuff. It's really quite cool. As you can see, that I can speed it up and slow it down. So slow, medium, fast, slow. So three things there. You can do that, change the colours if you don't have an RGB board. So you can have all the fade-ins and ins and outs. Speed, slow, medium, fast. Oh, slow this down. Oh, look at that. And change colours. So you can just do anything. The white's alright, kind of like got a little bit of a tinge to it, not too bad. What else we got? White into red, red into green. Yeah, so, and then like, obviously you're breathing. Right, and then all you need to do, you hold down the mode button, like so. And then now you're in addressable RGB off the software. So if I go into software now and I click this one and click apply, we've got different things going on that this little box can't do. The colours look actually more vibrant and vivid, and you obviously can slow it down, and let's put on 1. You can do exactly what you can do on Antec. See, slow it down, make it faster. And you can also make it dim as well. So this is how dim it is. This is how bright it is. So we can go through all the settings that I've got probably on here. So I can turn them off, which you can't do on the Antec box unless you unplug them. Rainbow effect. Anyway, I'm not going to really go through all of these because it does... Oh, that looks nice. Okay, what I would say is use the software. The software is better than the box. If you can get an RGB motherboard with 5-volt header, go with this. It does look extremely more powerful and better. Anyway, subscribe, share, follow me on all social media platforms. Hope you enjoyed the Prizm 120 ARGBs and the full demonstration, well, kind of a full demonstration. And yeah, hit me up in the comments. Let me know if you got these or you got anything you're going to be going ahead with at Antec. I like the logo change. I like the way that they're pushing things forward. I like the quality now. The quality is really good. They were on the top back in the day, and then all these other manufacturers came in and started going blah, 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 blah. And then obviously Antec disappeared a bit, and then Antec's come back with a vengeance. And now you can see good quality stuff and a very competitive rate of products. So they've got loads of products coming out, and I've got another case coming for you with loads of RGBs and all that sort of stuff, and it looks really nice, and it's got glass and stuff. Anyway, subscribe, share, follow me on all social media platforms, and comment down below. Tell me how you're feeling. I want to obviously find out, and then obviously come back to you. Anyway, Roger and out. Thanks for watching. That's completely backwards. Roger and out. Thanks for watching. I just said that, did I not? Thanks for watching. Roger and out. That's the one. Anyway, see you next one.